Hey guys, so for today we are going to be focusing on expanding our setting. So, really being descriptive about where our story is taking place. This setting also includes when, but for today we're going to focus on the where that your story is mainly going to take place. So, the thing about the setting, depending on, what your story is, you might have multiple settings. All right, but for today, we want to focus on the major ones. All right, so if there's like two, maybe three places that most of your story takes place, I want you to focus on those. All right, if your character, drives around town real quick, but it's just one part in your story, you don't need to really go into detail about that. All right, so last week you should have written down what your setting was, and so today we're just going to be more specific. All right, so there are two ways that you can do this, and we'll let you guys choose however you would prefer. One might be a little bit easier than the other, kind of depending on how you feel about it. And so, one way that you can do this, you can draw it. All right, so if you want to say, like, draw the layout of your character's house, you can do that. Or maybe your character spends a lot of time at a park or at school, whatever. If you want to draw it, you can do that. And so that could be, just kind of a picture of the place, or it can be kind of like if you were looking at like a room, like from the ceiling and seeing all the different parts, you could do it that way as well. All right, so if you want to draw it, you can draw it. The other way would be if you want to do kind of like a description. All right, and so that would just be giving the details of your setting. All right, so I have both examples up on here. I'm going to walk you through the description portion in this lesson, and then I also have a drawing up there, and that one's actually going to be for Miss B's spot, and I'm going to do my setting or my house, using the description method. That way you have a example of both, so you can pick one. You don't need to do both. Like I said, just pick whichever's the easiest for you guys. All right, so for the description, this would be for Rhea's house. I want to be specific on where this is at, just like the one on Canvas that you'll also find. That'll be of Miss B's house or Kiara's house. All right, and so I'm going to focus on the main parts of the house that Rhea is going to be at. All right, and so one of those spots is the backyard, obviously. All right, so it's a big backyard. It's fenced in. Has trees in the back. And lots of room to run. All right. Another spot is going to be in the bedroom where Rhea sleeps. All right, so Rhea has a big kennel that she sleeps in the corner. All right, there's also the bed in there. I might be specific with her big kennel. She has a pink, kind of a pink, pink bed with a brown blanket. Yes, she is spoiled. She gets to sleep with a big old blanket because she likes to sleep on fuzzy things. And then also like the living room. All right, we have a kind of a U-shaped couch. It's a big couch. There's lots of blankets on it. My girls love to lay on the blankets. We have two really big pillows. There's a table kind of in the middle. TV, there's a fireplace, and near the fireplace I have a toy box. Oops, I guess you can't see where I'm going. Where I keep, that was a bad bee. A toy box, that's where I keep all of the girls' toys, all their chew toys and such. So this would be the description method. So I would just go, I would list, I would just try to be as descriptive as I can about my setting to really put my reader into that setting. Again, I'm not going to really, specifically say oh, well, Ray is in the living room with the U-shaped couch that has lots of blankets. I'm not going to go word for word saying that, but if I could add a little bit of these, these description factors into my story, it's just going to make it that much more real for my reader. It kind of puts them in there so they're kind of with our characters, which, as we know, makes our stories a little bit more interesting when it has more detail. All right, so this is going to be the description method. I'll put this example on Canvas as well. And with it, you will find the other example of if you wanted to draw, or Miss B's was kind of on the computer, so she didn't hand draw it, but it's kind of a virtual picture of what her apartment looks like. All right, so as always, let us know if you guys have any questions, but remember, you are picking one. Okay, only one. You don't need to do both. That's extra work. All right, let us know if you have questions.